Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I will start this section, still finding the volume, but using the other method, which is the shell method. What's the idea? To find the volume of a solid of revolution with the shell method, we have two formulas. If the axis of revolution is horizontal, then it will be in terms of dy. Notice if the axis of revolution is horizontal. So I will do my line or my strip parallel to the axis of revolution. This is the difference. In the disk and washer method, we are making it perpendicular to the axis of revolution. In this one, we're having it parallel to the axis of revolution. So if that is the case, I have this formula. 2 pi, and then if they have horizontal axis of revolution, that will be in terms of y. All the things in terms of y. And I have what? I have P of y, H of y. What is P of y? P of y is the distance. Let me say H of y. H of y is the length of this line, which is in this case, the function minus, depends on this one. Okay. I will talk about the details, but it will be the length of the line. And the other one, it will be the distance between the line and the axis of revolution. Okay, I think by the examples it will be clear. Times 2 pi. Integral from C to D. This is terms of y, where y is between C and D. Here I have x between A and B. And the same thing, but now it will be, this is my axis of revolution, that will be parallel to this, parallel to the axis of revolution. That will be the length of the line, and consider this is x, so it will be x, the distance between this and the axis of revolution. We'll see examples. The steps, sketch, the same thing. Formula for the shell height. I need to find the shell height, the shell radius, H and P. Shell height is the line's length. The shell radius, the line's distance from the axis of revolution. Okay, find the limits of integration. Integrate, don't forget 2 pi times the shell radius times the shell height. Thickness, x or y, so it depends. It's about the axis of revolution. I want it to be parallel to the axis of revolution. Let me do an example. Find the volume by revolving this function. Okay, if you look at this function, this is what? X, 1 minus x squared, which is x 1 minus x times 1 plus x. So it will be, it is 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. This is minus 1, this is 1. And it will do something now before minus 1. It will be what? It will be positive. Yeah, take a value like minus 2. I want just to graph the function. Minus 2, you have what? Negative, positive, negative. So it will be positive, so it will do something like this. Then between minus 1 and 0, because I know these are the zeros of the function, the x-intercept. So between minus 1 and 0, take like minus half, that will be negative, positive, positive, that will be negative. So it will do something like this, then it will do something like this, then it will go down. Okay, now I want to check what? Bounded by this one and the x-axis, between 0 and 1, between 0 and 1. So I'm talking about this region. Okay, like what we did with the previous one. Okay, now what is the axis of revolution? About the y-axis. Okay, now my line, I will make it what? Parallel to the axis of revolution. So I have this one. And I have what? H of y will be what? will be the function minus 0, which is x minus x cubed minus 0. So it's x minus x cubed. P of y, which is what? Which is the line's distance from the axis of revolution. So if this is x, what is the distance from this to the axis of revolution? It will be x minus 0. So it will be, no, that's in terms of y, in terms of x. So it will be x. Pass. Now I'll use the formula. I have this. I have this. Just use the formula. I need a and b. Only that. I'm doing it in terms of dx, huh? Because it's yeah, very clear in terms of dx. What is the b and b? It will be 0 to 1. So the volume will be 2 pi. Don't forget this is 2 pi. Huh? The other one was pi. From 0 to 1, x times x minus x cubed dx. Now we'll do the calculation. That will be 2 pi. You have what? X squared minus x to the power 4 dx. Integrate. That'll give me x cubed over 3 minus x to the power 5 over 5. Between 0 to 1. It'll be 2 pi. What is this? 1 over 3 minus 1 over 5, which is 2 pi. 5 minus 3, 2 over 15. That gives me 4 pi over 50. That's it. That's mainly the thing. In this section, now we'll do examples, more examples. This is x equal e to the power minus pi square. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I don't know the graph, but I can think of it. Okay. And the y-axis, where y is between 0 and 1. Where y is between 0 and 1. This is what I care about. Okay. Now, if y equals 0, x will be 1. X will be 1. Y equals 0. X will be 1. If y equal 1, x will be e is minus 1, which is 1 over e, which is something, if y equal 1, then x will be 1 over e, something like this. 1 over e will be less than 1. So the function is something here. I don't know, something doing like this. Who cares? About what? About the x-axis. I'm doing this about the x-axis. And they want the y between 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1. 0 and 1. Okay. So, and about the x-axis, so I want my axis revolution, my line would be like this, which is parallel to the x-axis, something like this. Okay. Yeah, I'm just sketching the graph. Huh? This is 1 over e. So, where if I have 1 over e, x is 1 over e, then y is 1. Y is 1. Okay. I don't know the graph exactly, but I'm just sketching it. Okay, so now now everything in terms of y. What is p of y? What is h of y? Let me say. H of y will be the function minus 0. Will be the function minus 0. So e minus y squared. P of y, yeah, as I said, I'm just sketching the curve, huh? Yeah. Y will be x equal 1 over e. Yeah, something. Okay. It will be the function minus 0. Now, this distance, if this is y, what's the distance to the axis of revolution? It will be y. That will. Pass. And the limits from where to where? From 0 to 1. The y values from 0 to 1. So I have the volume 2 pi from 0 to 1 y is minus y squared dy. Now it's a matter of calculation of for the integral. That will be pi, can take the 2 outside, 2y is minus y squared dy. So if this is u, this is du with the minus, and they have minus here. So if u minus y square du will be minus 2y dy. So that gives me what? Minus pi from 0 to 1 of what? EU du. And that gives me minus pi, but the integral, the limits of the integration will be different now. If y equals 0, that will be 0 still, but this one will be minus 1. So it's minus 1 e to the power u from 0 to minus 1. That will be minus pi 1 over e. E is minus 1, which is 1 over e to the power 0, which is 1. So actually it's pi 1 minus 1 over e. In other words, it's pi e minus 1 over e. Yeah, that's the answer. Find the volume of the solid formed by revolving the region bounded by these graphs. This is easy graphs about the y-axis. Okay, y equals x squared plus 1. It will be what? This is x squared plus 1. Y equals 0, which is the x-axis. X equals 0, which is the y-axis. And x equal 1. This is x equal 1. So bounded by the x-axis, y-axis, the function, and x equal 1. So I'm talking about this region. And I want to revolve it about what? About the y-axis. Okay. Now I need to make my line parallel to the axis of evolution, so it will be this. What is the height of this? Will be the function minus 0, x squared plus 1. What is b of y? The distance, if this is x, the distance to the axis of evolution, it will be x. From where to where? I'm talking about from 0 to 1. So the volume will be 2 pi from 0 to 1, x times x squared plus 1 dx. That will be 2 pi from 0 to 1, x cubed plus x dx. That gives me 2 pi x to the power 4 over 4 plus x squared over 2 from 0 to 1. That gives me 2 pi times what? 1 over 4 plus half, which is 3 over 4. That gives me what? This is 3 over 4, 6 pi over 4, which is 3 pi over 2. I think this one will be easier than the other one. Okay. Next one. You have what? It's designed by rotating the graph of this about the x-axis. About the x-axis. Okay. So I have this, which is the parabola. This is one. Parabola doing something like this. Okay. And x between minus 4, if x is equal minus 4, that will be 16 over 16. 1 minus 1, that will be minus 4, and this is 4. This is the point. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, be careful. Here, I think it's better to be done. Yeah. So now that will lead us to what? Sometimes when you look at the problem, sometimes it's good to do it. What is the axis of evolution? X-axis. This is my axis of evolution. This is x-axis. So this is my axis of revolution. Okay. So in this case, I think it's preferable to do the 7.2 method, the disk washer method. Why? Because if I do this, the line parallel, then I have a problem. I mean, I need to find this function in terms of y and this function in terms of y and do the calculation, which is a little bit lengthy. However, if I do it this way, it will be easier. Okay. So I think it will be this way and it will be very clear. I'm talking about this region. Talking about this region. So I have only a disk here. So R of X will be what? Will be the function minus 0, which is this. And I have a disk. And from where to where? From minus 4 to 4. That's it. So I'm doing 7.2 in this case. What will be the area? What will be by R square. So this is the way you need to think about it. Which one is better? I need the line parallel to the x-axis, parallel to the axis of revolution, or perpendicular to the axis of revolution. In this case, I think it's better to do it using 7.2 method. Okay, so I'll do it. So V will be by, don't forget, it will be by minus 4 to 4. This one is square, which is what? 1 minus x squared over 8 over 16 times 2 plus x to the power 4 over 16 square. All of this dx. So that give me what? By x minus x cubed over, before I do this, I notice the same thing which we noticed before. This is minus 4, and it's even one. So I can make it 2 by from 0 to 4 to make the calculation easier. I have x minus x cubed over 24 plus x to the power 5 over 4, 16 square. Yeah, this is not integral, خلاص. And wait a minute. Yeah, I'm doing 2 steps at the same time. So this is the integral. Let me do it in steps. From 0 to 4 of this times 2. That will be 2 by x minus x cubed over 3 times 8, which is 24, plus x to the power 5 over 4, 16 square, over 5, 16 square. That from 0 to 4. Okay, so I have what? 2 by, this is 4. 4 cubed is what? 64, which is 16 times 4. 64 over 24 plus. Here I have 4 to the power 5 over 5. This is 4 square, which is 4 to the power 4. To make the calculation easier, the 0 would make it 0, who cares? That will be 2, 4 minus. This is 64 over 24. So over 8, divide by 8, numerator and denominator, I'm getting 8 over 3. 8 over 3. This one, cancel 4 to the power 5 with this, cancel this with this, I'm getting 4 over 5. Okay, so that will be what? 2 by, I make it out of 15. Yeah, 15 times 4, that will be 60. 15 over 3 is 5 times 8, that is 40. 15 over 5 is 3. That will be plus 12. That give me what? 20 plus 15, 32. 2 by 32 over 15. So it is 64 by over 15. It's a mathematical calculation. So in this case, 7.2 will be. Now we'll deal with this problem, which I think in this case, shell method is not only probable necessarily. You need to do it using the shell method. Okay, let me think about the graph and see what will happen. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes there is a figure. Yeah, but I did not have the figure. Okay. So I wanted about the line x equal 2, actually. And they have at 0, it is 1. I will just give you the figure easily. At 0, it is 1. And it's going like this. Now, I want y equal 1. This is y equal 1. This is the line y equal 1. And they have x equal 1. And they have x equal 1, which is this one. This is x equal 1. So I'm talking about this region. Talking about this region. And they want it to be about which line? The revolution is about this line, x equal to. I have, this is the axis of revolution, x equal to. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I make the axis of revolution this way, I have a problem. I need to write this in terms of x, in terms of y, which is very complicated. I need to write x as a function of y, which is very complicated to do. So I cannot do it this way. So it means I need to take the line parallel to the axis of revolution. Take the line this way. That will make it. So let me do it. As I said, if I take it this way, I need to write everything in terms of y, which will make it complicated. But if I take it this way, it will be easier. Now, be careful. Now, what will be the length of the line? H of y. The length of this line. It will be the function, which is x cubed plus x plus 1, minus this line, minus 1. So I have what? X cubed plus x. That will be h of y. What is the p of y? P, h of x. Why am I writing in terms of y? Say everything should be in terms of x. P of x, if this is x, I want to see the distance between this and the axis of revolution. I want this distance. So it will be what? 2 minus x. 2 minus x. That will be b of x. And from where to where? Very clear, from 0 to 1. I have everything. So the volume will be 2 by integral from 0 to 1, h of x, which is this one, times p of x, which is 2 minus x dx. Now we'll do just the calculation. That will be 2 by of what? No, let me do the calculation. 0 to 1, I have what? Minus x to the power 4 plus 2x cubed minus x squared plus 2x dx, which I can do the integration now. Minus x to the power 5 over 5. Yeah. Plus 2x to the power 4 over 4 minus x cubed over 3 plus x squared. That from 0 to 1. 0 will make nothing, huh? So I have 2 by minus 1 over 5. This is half minus 1 over 3 plus 1. Yeah. I don't need this. So I'll make the common factor, the common denominator, I mean, to be what? 30. Yeah, that will make it easier. 30. So I have what? This is minus 6 plus 15 minus 10 plus 30. That give me what? 30 minus 10 is 20. Minus 6 is 14. So I have 2 by 29 over 30, which means 29 by over 50. That will be the answer. Let me now talk about which method to use, this or this. Okay. No computing, then we have to consider the following. Is the region more easily described by top and bottom boundary curves or left and right boundaries? So in terms of y, in terms of x. Because I have for the disk, the line will be perpendicular to the axis of revolution. For this, I have the line parallel to the axis of revolution. Sometimes the limits of integration, which one I can write, also the function, which one I can write in terms of the other. Sometimes some regions require two separate integrals. Sometimes they don't need to have two separate, like, yeah. Sometimes it's only one integral. So I need to look at all of these things. Okay. Draw a rectangle and do all of these things. So the summary for all of these problems, I have in 7.2, I mean, this is 7.2 and 7.3. The cross sections, this is the rotating line parallel to the x-axis. I have things in in x, okay. Cylindrical shell, yeah, parallel to the x-axis. I have things in terms of y. Parallel to the y-axis, I have the terms of x, okay. And this is the disk, and this is the shell method. I have 2 pi times, and this is I have pi times r squared. And this is the washer. Okay. Find the volume of the solid obtained by rotating about the y-axis, the region bounded by this. Okay, I need first to graph the region. How to graph the region? I think the difficulty usually comes with graphing. That will be x squared. Let me do it using grid. That will be x squared 2 minus x. So I care about x 0 and 2. And give me, I have x equals 0 is doing this and 2 doing this. Okay. Before 0, the function is what? Negative, that will be positive. Function will do something like this, who cares? Then at 0, this is even, so it will not cross it. It will go back and then go to 2. And at 2, it will be crossed. Or it can take values. The sketch of the curve. And I want the region bounded by this and y equals 0, which means the x-axis. So I'm talking about this region. Okay, I want the rotation about the y-axis. So it's better to take the line. If I take it perpendicular, then I have a problem, which means I need to write this in terms of y, which it will be complicated. But if I take it parallel to the axis of revolution, then things will go smooth. Okay, now h of y, h of x, it will be what? The function minus 0. That will be 2x squared minus x cubed. That will be h of x. And p of x, the radius, if this is x, what is the distance to the axis of revolution? That will be x. X minus 0, which is x. That's it. And the limit from 0 to 2. Very clear. So the volume will be 2 pi integral from 0 to 2. This one times x dx, which is 2 pi from 0 to 2, 2x cubed minus x to the power 4 dx. That will be 2 pi. I have what here? 2x to the power 4 over 4 minus x to the power 5 over 5. And that from 0 to 2. That will be 2 pi of what? Times what? This is 1, this is 2. So I have to the power 16 over 2. That will be 8. This is 32 over 5. That give me 2 pi. 40 minus 32, 8 over 5. That give me 16 pi over 5. Okay, let me do more problems. The region bounded by the curve, this curve, the x-axis, and the line is revolved about the x-axis to generate a solid. Find the volume of this solid. Okay. Let me graph the curves. I have y equal to root of x, the x-axis, this is the x-axis, and the line x equal 4, line x equal 4, is revolved about the x-axis. Okay. Now I need to find the volume. Okay. But I want to use the shell method, huh? You can do both of them, I think. This one will work also, it's okay. But now I will do the shell method. Since this is sections. Both are okay. You can do both in this case. So now, what is the height? In terms of y, huh? I want everything in terms of y. Okay, I have y equals square root of x, so x equal y square. That will be x equal y square. So it will be h of y. As I said, you can do it also with the disk method, but since I'm in this section, I want to do it in the shell method. So I want the height of this, which means it's 4 minus the function. I have the function x equal y square. X equal y square. So h of y will be 4 minus y square. P of y, what is the axis of evolution? Will be the x-axis. So if this is y, what is the distance? It will be y minus 0, so it will be y. Okay, so what is and from where to where? Y values. I'm talking about the y values, not the x values. Be careful. This is 0, and here, this is 2. Where x equal 4, y is 2. Okay, so I have the integral 2 pi from 0 to 2. These are the limits of integration. And I have 4 minus y squared, y dy. خلاص, the rest is just calculation. That will be 4y minus y cubed dy. Yeah, I forget the integration. This is the integration. And that give me what? 2 pi squared minus y to the power 4 over 4 from 0 to 2. Which means what? 2 pi 8. 2 times 4, that will be 8. Minus 16 over 4, which is 4. That give me 8 pi. 4 times 2 pi, which is 8 pi. Okay. Let me do more problems. I think the idea now is very clear. You can do many problems. Yeah. Y equal x. This is y equal x. And they have the parabola. So I'm talking about what? Rotating about the y-axis. Okay. And so I have this line, this is my. So it will be h of x. It will be the line minus the parabola. X minus x squared. What is p of x? If this is x, what is the distance to the axis of evolution? It will be x. So now I will do my calculation. So what will be the volume? And from where to where? From 0 to 1. Huh? This is 1. It's very clear. This and this, they agree at 1. So the volume will be 2 pi 0 to 1 x minus x squared times x dx. That will be 2 pi. Yeah, what I have here, x squared minus x cubed dx. That's going to be 2 pi x cubed over 3 minus x to the power 4 over 4 from 0 to 1. That give me 2 pi 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4. That will be 4 minus 3 over 12. So it will be 2 pi over 12, which is pi over 6. Okay. That is pi over 6. Okay. I think I still have. I can do more. Use cylindrical shape to find the volume of the solid. Okay. By rotating about the x-axis. About the x-axis. So what I have, y equals square root of x from 0 to 1. And I want to do it with the x-axis. But I want to use cylindrical shape. Okay. Be careful. So I want it to be parallel. So this is my line. So now what is h of y? First, I want things in terms of y. So I have x equal y squared. That will be my function in terms of x as a function of y. So I have h of y will be what? What is the length of this? It will be the line, which is 1 minus the function. 1 minus y squared. Things are in terms of y. And if this is y, how far the distance? It will be y minus 0, which is y. And from where to where? From 0, and this point is 1. So I have it from 0 to 1. So the volume will be 2 pi 0 to 1, 1 minus y squared times y dy. Okay, let me do the calculation. That will be 2 pi from 0 to 1, y minus y cubed dy. So I have 2 pi. Class, I can't do the integration now. Y squared over 2 minus y to the power 4 over 4. Don't forget from 0 to 1. Wait a minute. I have this from 0 to 1. So that will be 2 pi half minus 1 over 4, which is 1 over 4. So I have 2 pi times 1 over 4, which is pi over 2. That will be my answer. Okay, we'll do more problems. Find it about the line x equal 2. Okay. So in the first, I need to write this parabola. So I can take minus. I have x squared minus x. I add what? Half of the coefficient of x squared minus half squared plus 1 over 4. And add minus 1 over 4. So I add plus 1 over 4. So this is the parabola with minus half squared plus 1 over 4. So the vertex is half and minus and half and 1 over 4. And it opens downward. It opens downward because of this minus. So this is my parabola. Let me graph it at least using the red. So it's at half, x equal half, y 1 over 4, that will be half, this is 1 over 4, and the parabola will do something like this. That would be my parabola. Okay. That will be my vertex, which is half and 1 over 4 in the y values. Okay, and y equals 0, which is the x-axis. I'm talking about this region. Okay. And about the line, x equal 2, about this line. This will be at 1, huh? But I want it to be x equal 2, which is something like this. Okay, so the parabola will do something. So this is my axis of revolution at 2. Okay. Now I will take my line parallel to this. Take my line parallel to this, like that, parallel to the axis of revolution. I need to find h of x. It will be, things will be in terms of x, huh? Since I have it Okay. So what is the h of x? It will be the function minus 0. So it will be x minus x squared. That's very clear. Be careful of what? Be careful of p of x. This is, if this is x, what is this distance until the axis of evolution? That will be 2 minus x. Okay. And they have the limits from where to where? From 0, this is 1. From 0 to 1. Okay, so the volume will be 2 pi from 0 to 1, h of x times 2 minus x dx. Let me do the calculation. That will be 2 pi 0 to 1. I have what? X cubed minus 2x squared minus x squared minus 3x squared plus 2x dx. Do the calculation. That will be what? X integration now minus x cubed plus x squared. That from 0 to 1. 2 pi 1 over 4 minus 1 plus 1, which is 1 over 4. That will be pi over 2. 2 pi over 4, which is pi over 2. Okay. Now he's saying use the shell method. Do this to find the volumes of the solid generator along the shaded region. Okay. And you want me to use the shell method. Okay, I have the graph ready. So what will be, and about what? About the x-axis. So I'm doing it parallel to this, parallel to the x-axis. So what will be h of y? Things will be in terms of y. H of y will be what? The line minus the function. So it will be 3 minus 3 minus y squared. And that give me y squared. Okay. And what will be p of y? If I make this y, what is the distance? It will be y minus 0 because I have it at y. So it will be y minus 0. Y minus 0, which is y. So it is the from where to where? The x values. Be careful. The x value, the y values, not the x values. That will be 0. And here I have square root of 3. So the volume will be 2 pi 0 to square root of 3. Okay. Y squared times y dy, which is y cubed, which I can do the integration y to the power 4 over 4 from 0 to square root of 3. Yeah. That will be what? 2 pi, substitute square root of 3, square is 3, another square is 9, so it will be 9 over 4. So that gives me 9 pi over 2. 9 pi over 2. Okay. Which is this? Okay. Now he wants me to do this about different lines. The x-axis, line y equal 1, y equal this, y equal this. So I think it's a good practice so that we understand this method. I think it's an easy one. It's an easy method. Okay, if I understand it. Okay. I have the revolution is about the x-axis. Okay, and the line parallel to this axis revolution. So this is part A. What will be h of y? It will be the function, which is this, minus 0. So it will be 12 y squared minus y cubed. What is p of y? If this is y, what's the distance to the axis of revolution? Will be y. So the volume will be 2 pi from what? The y values from 0 to 1. From 0 to 1, y times this. Or this is write it this way. Y dy. Okay. That will be just what? That will be 2 pi. This is what? 12y cubed. Let me do it in steps. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. 12y cubed You know what? Let me take the 12 outside. Who cares? That will be 24 by, I have y cubed minus y to the power 4 dy. So that gives me 24 by times what? Y to the power 4 over 4 minus y to the power 5 over 5 from 0 to 1. That gives me 24 by 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5, which is what? 5 minus 4 over 20, 1 over 20. That gives me 24. Yeah, 24 by times 1 over 20 over 4. That will be 6 by over 5. That would be my answer. Okay. Now let me do the same. Part B. Let me do it here. But I have the same graph, but this is my line of. This is my axis of revolution. Let me do it in a different color. This will be my axis of revolution. This is my axis of revolution. This is part B. Okay, now what will be h of y? H of y will be the same. The length of this line, it will be the same. 12 y square minus y cube. Now the problem is with b of y. If this is y, I need this distance, which is what? 1 minus y. And the same thing from 0 to 1. So the volume will be 2 by 0 to 1, 1 minus y, y square minus y cube dy. Okay. And that will give me what? 2 by 0 to 1. I have y to the power 4 minus y cube plus y square minus y dy. That gives me 2 by of what? Y to the power 5 over 5 minus y to the power 4 over 4 plus y cubed over 3 minus y square over 2. All of this from 0 to 1. That gives me 2 by 1 over 5, 1 over 4 plus 1 over 3 minus half. Yeah, let me try to simplify it. I forget the 12. Oh, yeah, the 12 gone. I have 12 here. So I have 12 here. So it will be 24 by 24 by. This is, sorry, I forget the 12. 24. So that will be 24 by, I need this. It will be what? What will be the common factor? I have what? 24 times 5. Or I can do 12 times 5, that will be 60. I think 60 will do it. Okay, what I have? I have 60 over 5, that is 12. 60 over 4, that is 15. 60 over, that will be plus 20, minus 30. No, there's some mistakes. Yeah, it's a matter of calculation. You know what, I think I'm making it complicated by making it in this space. Okay. Yeah, I need to make a calculation. It's 1 minus y times y square minus y. Okay. So that give me what? Yeah, I think I did the calculation wrongly, huh? That will be 24 by 0 to 1. 12 gone, خلاص? So I have what? Y cubed times y, this is y to the power 4. I have minus y cubed minus y cubed, that will be minus 2y cubed. Yeah, I did the mistake. And plus y squared dy. Yeah, that will be 24 by y to the power 5 over 5 minus y to the power 4 over 2 plus y cubed over 3 from 0 to 1. That give me what? 24 by, I have 1 over 5 minus half plus 1 over 3. I think it should be correct now. I have the common factor is 30. I have 6 minus 15 plus 10. So it will be 24 by 16 minus 15, it will be over 30, which is over 6. That will be 4 by over 5. And that is the answer. Yes, that's the correct answer. Okay, 4 by over 5. Let me do the next one, 8 over 5. And the last one, 2 by. Okay. So let me do these ones here. So I need to do the graph. It's the same graph. Now part C. Hopefully I will not do a mistake in the calculation. Okay. I have the graph. It will do something like this. Then it will do something like this. Who cares? It is 0 to 1. Is it? 0 to 1, yeah. And it will cross it, huh? It will cross that. Okay. Now I have the line. What is it? 8 over 5. This is y equal 8 over 5. Okay. So I'm doing, my line is this. The height, let me do it here. H of y will be what? Will be the function. Function minus 0. That will not change. The change only the what is the function? 12 y squared minus y cubed. Here the change. B at y. If this is y, what will be this distance? It will be 8 over 5 minus y. It will be 8 over 5 minus y. Okay, now it's a matter of calculation. The volume will be 2 by integral from 0 to 1. This times 8 over 5 minus y times y squared minus y cubed dy. Yeah, I think I will use the 12 now. No, it will not make a difference. Just it will make our calculation difficult. That's it. So I have the 12 outside. That will be 24 by 0 to 1. I think I will do that one outside. That will be better. I have y to the power 4 minus y cubed minus 8 over 5 y cubed. That will be minus 13 over 5 y cubed. Okay. And they have plus 8 over 5 y squared dy. I think this way would be easier. That's 24 by y to the power 5 over 5 minus 13 over 5 times 4 y to the power 4 plus 8 over 5 times y cubed over 3. That from 0 to 1. 1, who cares about it? That 24 by 1 over 5. Yeah, minus 13 over 20. Okay. Plus 8 over 15. Plus 8 over 15. Okay. So choose what as a common denominator? That's 3 times 5. This is 4 times 5. So I have 60. 60 will do it. So I have 24 by times over 60. I have what? 60 over 5, that will be 12. 6 over 30 times 3 times 39, that will be minus 39. 60 over 15, that is 4 times, that will be plus 32. That give me what? 44 minus 39, that is 5. So it will be 24 by 5 over 60, which is what? I have 1, I have 12, 24 by over 12, that give me 2 pi, which is the answer for this one. Now let me do the last one. Do it in another color. It's a matter of calculation only. Huh? I have y equal minus 2 over 5. Correct? Yeah, about this line. Y equal, this is my axis of evolution. Here the axis of evolution for part C. So I have part D. I do it in the green line. Everything will be the same. H of y will be the same. The limits of integration, except P at y. If this is y, that will be my distance, which is what? Y minus 2 over 5, which is y plus 2 over 5. Okay. Now let me do the calculation. Yeah, I do it there. Okay. So V will be 2 by, I need a space, 0, 1. Y plus 2 over 5. Don't forget the 12. Yes. Y squared minus y cubed dy. That give me 24 by integral of what? 12 times 2. I make it 24 by, huh? Minus y to the power 4. Okay. I have 2 over, I have y times y cube times y, so that was y cube. 25 times minus y cube. That give me 3 over 5 y cubed. Okay. And they have what? Plus 2 over 5 y squared dy. That give me 24 by minus y cubed over 5 plus 3 over 5 times 4 y to the power 4 plus 2 over 5 y cubed over 3. That from 0 to 1. I think it's almost the same as part C, but it's a matter of calculation. 24 by, that will be what? Minus 1 over 5 plus 3 over 20. Is it the same? Yeah, now 3, 13, who cares? Okay. Plus 2 over 15. So doing the same thing in terms of 60. I have what? 60 divided by 5. This is 12. So I have minus 12. 60 by 20. That is 3 plus 9. 60 by 15. That is 4 plus 8. So I have 24 by, oops. I think I will do this in a step. I have 17 minus 12. This is 5 over 60. Oops. That give me, this is 1, this is 12, 2 pi. Which is the correct answer? Yeah. Let me stop. I think I have good number of questions, and it's almost the same idea. I think this is easier. So I'll stop the recording. Thank you.